Alright, man, it's your boy Johnno back in this bitch again. You feel me? I'm still on the same wood and all type of shit. You feel me? But this shit right here, shit crazy. Now, how I even came across this is because I was watching this movie named Animal and he was talking about this shit. And I went to go look it up. I'm like, dude, there's no way that this shit like real. So when I first started looking it up, I ain't gonna lie, it was a lot of different like versions of it that you can like actually read and see. Like it's hard to find a good version. So I got the PDF version of it. You feel me? And I'm not gonna read the whole thing. I'm gonna literally read the shit that's highlighted and discuss it because the letter long as hell. Like as you can see, like I'm gonna read like the first part of it and I'm gonna just read the key parts and shit. Y'all can go look that shit up. Just type in Willie Lynch letter PDF and it should be like the first website. Click on that and it should pop up so you can go read the whole thing. But the parts that I want to talk about is where it say ancient Rome would envy us if my program is implemented, as our boat sails south on the James River, named for one of our illustrious kings, whose version of the Bible we cherish. That's the first thing that I wanted to point out. I saw enough to know that our problem is not unique. While Rome used cords of wood as crosses for standing human bodies along its highway in great numbers, you are here using the tree and rope on occasions. You feel me? Like the basic shit that they was saying, like that was scaring the slaves and shit. You feel me? Like the shit that you worry about as a slave back in those days, like being hung or all of that shit. So they saying like, okay, that's cool or whatever. Y'all doing that, y'all got that down packed, but y'all not doing nothing substantial because now y'all losing money because now you just killing off slaves and you just losing your money at this point. But now I'm gonna start going into the highlighted reasons or highlighted parts of the shit. I have a foolproof method for controlling your black slaves. Now look, when you think about it, for a motherfucker say they have a foolproof plan on how they know for a fact that they can trick a motherfucker because when you think about how slavery started, you feel me? It was some greedy ass black motherfuckers that ended up, like trading over all of these black people, not knowing like what type of system that he was really giving them into. Like these people, these white people was smart as hell. I ain't gonna lie, but it's fucked up what they did. So, and he also goes on to say, I guarantee every one of you that if installed correctly, it will control the slaves for at least 300 years. And think about how long slavery was. You feel me? 400 plus years. And then on top of it, we still living under that type of strict regime of the slave mindset. Like of this just letter, like alone, I'm gonna tell you like a lot of shit that gonna make sense. You feel me? It say I have outlined a number of differences among the slaves, and I take these differences and make them bigger. I use fear, distrust, and envy for control purposes. Now think about it like this, folks. We're not slaves no more. We not supposed to be slaves no more, but we really is because when you think about it, he say I use fear. So fear is the fear of each other. You feel me? Like think about like how black motherfuckers are or be like, oh, I'm gonna move to the white neighborhood when I get money or woo 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 all of this, which makes sense because like when you go around these white neighborhoods or whatever woo out the band, you're not gonna have to worry about shit, and it shouldn't be like that. You feel me? You should be able to stay in a black neighborhood and not have to worry about getting killed and shit like that. But you use fear, so the fear of the next man. You feel me? And it's another black person. You feel me? That's fucked up. Distrust. And like I said, you can't really trust motherfuckers in the city for real because motherfucker will backdoor you for anything. You feel me? And once again, like you got to think about it. He said this shit. When the fuck was this? 19 what? Oh, 1712. My bad. 1712. He said this shit. So that's literally 300 years, 310 years ago. Like that shit's fucked up, bro. When you really think about it. That he said it and he really meant that shit. So he said I outlined a number of differences or whatever. I we said that. So distrust, envy. You know, like a lot of motherfuckers be jealous of some shit that you can go do. Like if motherfuckers really think about it, G, ain't nobody out here really different from the next motherfucker. Like motherfuckers out here just trying to get some money. You feel me? Stay out the way. Everybody could do that, for, but you know, like it's other people out here that would rather not work for it and go take it and shit like that. And that's what shit start. You know, that's a form of hating on the motherfuckers. If you robbing motherfuckers and shit, you know, running off of packs and shit like that, like that's hating that shit in my eyes. Cause like, why you know, a motherfucker that could possibly help you, you feel me? Why fuck the fuck over? You feel me? When you can, you know, continue to make some money, you know, shit of that sort. But anyway, I ain't gonna get too deep into it. But I'm just giving y'all like instances where y'all can relate because you know, like looking at shit as a everyday thing. You feel me? You can't relate to being a fucking slave because we not. Once again, we not slaves no more, supposedly. But you know, anyway. You said the second is color or shade. There is intelligence, sex, size, sex, sizes of plantation status on plantation attitudes of owners. So basically, they saying like to dumb this part down a little bit is that they separating everybody by like any type of differences in the blacks that they can. So another way to put that, well, hold on, let me see. Distrust is stronger than trust and envy, stronger than adultation. Adultation. Did I say that right? I think so. Respect or admiration. The black slaves, after receiving the indoctrination, shall carry on, will become self-refueling and self-generation for hundreds of years, maybe thousands. Don't forget, you must pitch the old black male versus the young black male. All right, so this is where it starts. So, like they said, the old black male versus the young black male against the old black male, the dark skinned slave versus the light skinned slave, the light skinned slave versus the dark skinned slave. Female versus male, vice versa. Necessary that your slaves trust and depend on us. They must love and respect and only trust us. You feel me? So when you think about it, like I was saying, like motherfucker moving to the burbs and shit, you know, 'cause we trust them. You feel me? That's what the fuck we trust. We trust that they not gonna want to break into our house or, you know, trust that it's not gonna be shootouts and shit, which is true. You feel me? But you know, like the old versus the young shit. Like think about like how in the streets now, like the younger gang demographic and shit, they don't respect or give a fuck about nothing that the old motherfuckers gotta say in certain areas. You feel me? Like, you know, that's one of them. And then it's like the young, and then the old versus the young is the vice versa. Like they be like, you know, they disrespecting the young niggas because of what they going through, but at the same time, like this shit different now. Like you feel me? Like motherfuckers back then wasn't going through or losing as many of their homies as they is nowadays. You feel me? Like you know, this shit deeper than that. Dark skin versus light skin, you see that shit all the time. You feel me? Motherfuckers on Facebook joking about the light skin versus dark skin shit. Like that's just, you feel me, always been a thing. Female versus male, like you know, like niggas like even that like that stupid ass podcast, Fresh and Fit podcast, like where they go on there yelling and arguing with females and shit, like what the fuck do y'all gain from that, bro? Like arguing with a female, bro. Like that shit weird to me. But you know that's all part of the plan. For like he literally said this shit for 300 years, bro. Like you wasn't playing, bro. Like nigga, what? This shit ain't going nowhere no time soon, folks. Not in our lifetime we won't see it, you feel me? And it says, used for a year intensively, the slaves will begin to remain perpetually distrustful. Let's make a slave. That's how he started that motherfucker. He said, let's make a slave. Now I'm finna show you how to make these motherfuckers. You feel me? That shit crazy. Cause when you really think about this shit, like everyday shit, it make you think about it. Like, damn, bro, like this shit accurate. It's a lot of shit, like, bro. The breaking process of an African woman. Like the nigga got a whole list of breaking down like the whole shit. Like it's a lot. I'm not gonna do all of that right now, but go on there, read this shit for yourself. Like I just wanted the beginning part because this shit you can relate to everyday life. You feel me? Like that you see now type shit. So that's why I did that part. But you know I'm gonna go ahead and end it right there. Y'all make sure y'all go read this shit though, for real, for real. There's some real shit. I got some more shit I'm finna drop soon. You feel me? Coming out with, talking about some real shit, the good shit that's going on in the world. But man, y'all make sure y'all go read this bitch for real though. If you're black, go read this shit. And then my next video, we gonna be breaking down 48 laws of power. Y'all need to know them too, bro. Start thinking like, start being able to crack in and to think about like how these white people think, so that you can get on track to outthink them. You feel me? Because we always been the more intelligent species. You feel me? So motherfuckers gotta realize that, you know, you can do the shit that these white people doing. I'm trying to, you feel me, elevate myself and bring motherfuckers up with me. You feel me? But yeah, next video finna be some raw ass shit. Finna be dropping some dimes on motherfuckers. You feel me? On bro, while I'm getting fried. Yeah. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe if you're new to this channel. You feel me? I fucks with you.